Happy Flossmas, everyone. This year, because it's been such a unique year and for the holiday seasons, it's exceptionally unique. I wanted to give back to the community. Therefore, this year, every pattern that I sell during the month of December, during Flossmas, will have $1 donated to the Philadelphia Zoo. The Philadelphia Zoo during the COVID situation has lost millions of dollars. And in order for them to maintain and care for their animals, they're looking for support. So after every video, at the bottom of each video, there will be a link to the Philadelphia Zoo that you can go and check out what the money is going towards. And I really hope that you would consider buying a pattern or even donating to them directly or your local zoo, because it's not only humans that are being impacted by the coronavirus. So therefore, this year, every pattern that I sell, not only the new releases that I've put out, but all patterns that I sell during the month of December, $1 from every single pattern will be donated to the Philadelphia Zoo. I hope you will take some time to look into it and consider a contribution.
Hi Yins, how are you doing today? Happy Flossmas Day 8. It's December 8th. Hope you're all doing well. I am, today's one of those days. It's been a rough day for me. One, the Steelers lost last night, but it was bound to happen. It was a nice long run of undefeatedness, and now we're 11-1. But that is what it is. Kind of had a feeling in the back of my mind that was going to happen, but you never know. Anyway, so watched the game last night. Then a couple hours later, I started getting a migraine. And I've talked about my migraines on my channel before. It's nothing new. I've had them for about 5 years as a result of a concussion. And last year, I started getting vertigo with my migraines, which I was told can just randomly happen from time to time. And just out of nowhere, someone can start getting vertigo. And so last night's migraine was one with lots of vertigo. And I took some Dramamine, but it didn't really help. It kind of helped, but not really. I didn't sleep well last night, so I ended up not going to work today. I took the day off for my migraines to try to get better, because if I can't look at the computer for a very long time and I can't focus with the light on, then it's just not worth me going into work. So I took the day off today, hoping to go back tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet because my head's still spinning pretty bad. But made the best of a situation. Pretty much stayed in bed most of the day, but I do have some progress to show you, and I didn't want to not have a video for you today. So not saying all that for sympathy or anything, just saying, this is the day in the life of Ginger Gerald, and I get migraines. So haven't had very many, so whenever they do hit now, it kind of hits a little bit harder than what I'm used to. So migraines. I know a lot of you have them. A lot of people out there get migraines. It's not a fun situation. Okay, so with that, I have not had a chance to look at any of the comments or anything like that, because I really haven't been on the computer or any kind of devices today, trying to just rest my head and my eyes. But I do have a little bit of progress to show you. So let's go ahead and get into my progress. Yesterday I talked about the knitting that I was doing. I was working on a boxy dishcloth. That is a pattern you can get on Ravelry. It's called Boxy, B-O-X-Y dishcloth. And last night during the game I did finish one. So this is Dishy cotton. It's a worsted weight yarn that you can get from Knit Picks, and this is in the color of Honeydew. And it's definitely, that's a little bit better, but it's definitely blowing out a bit. It's a little bit greener than what it's showing. It's not so sagey. And let me tell you, my yarn didn't like me last night, and the middle, like half of the yarn just barfed out. So I have like two different hunks here, all connected together, that I'm fumbling around with. But yesterday I did finish during the game, like right in the last couple minutes. I finished the first dishcloth with this yarn. I did not sew in the end yet. I hate sewing in ends. So I'm going to wait until I have a couple dishcloths to do it all at the same time. But that is one boxy dishcloth. Front. This is the back. You can either do the ribbed side or the waffle stitch side. So that is the boxy dishcloth. I then went ahead, while I was at it and I had the yarn out, I went ahead and cast on another dishcloth. It's real quick. It's super quick to do. So I went ahead and cast on the second dishcloth, and I have one repeat completely done. It's a 4-row repeat. So there you go. And I will continue working on this whenever I have a little bit of free time to work on. No hurry. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be using these as gifts for this year or for Christmas or what. So that is my knitting. That's all the knitting I've done. And then last night I was also working on Buzzard Talk. This is the pattern that I received from my mom. That she also stitched both of these. I'm working on this one. Go ahead and make my day. Go ahead and make my day. And I didn't think I was going to work on this anymore at all after yesterday's video. But apparently that's what I wanted to do. And I was like, okay, let me work on it a little bit today whenever I was feeling a little bit better. Because sometimes with my migraines, if I focus on something that I'm not moving my head around a lot, it'll help my headache go away. Didn't really do much today, but I have a finish. So there is, go ahead, make my day. That's actually pretty accurate color-wise. I don't know why it's blinking like that. Maybe it won't on your, yep, no, there it goes. There we go. So that is a pretty accurate color for what this one looks like. So I went ahead and I wasn't sure if I was going to do the letters the same way as the pattern or if I was going to change it. I went ahead and just kept it the same. I really, really like how this looks. It's nostalgic looking because, you know, one, it's from the 80s. Two, I remember it from hanging in my dad's office. And I really like it on the blue. I love the way that the colors pop on this one, on the blue fabric. So, I mean, this dark terracotta, which I believe is called dark terracotta, that's one of my absolute favorite colors. So, very pleased with how that looks. I have a whole another half of fabric, so I can do the other one and it will look exactly the same. So there is my buzzard. This is on 28 count Lugana, 2/2, 1 strand backstitch. And this is Lugana I purchased from XJU Designs on Etsy. And it is in the color gray green. Of course, not really green. Kind of gray blue, but it's called gray green. But I really like the way it turned out. It's going to look great in my office. So there we go. So that is what I've worked on. I do have a stitching meetup online tonight. I don't know what I'm going to stitch on. I haven't even thought about it because I just finished this not that long ago, and I'm thinking I'm going to start something new. Don't know what that will be yet. I'm definitely feeling like I want to start something new, and so I'm going to go play around with some patterns that I have. That I pulled a few of my patterns out that I'm really interested in stitching soon. So I'm going to go through there and see which one catches my eye, and if I have the threads and the fabric for it, and I will go ahead and get started on something. So tomorrow's progress will be a mystery, but I think a lot of you like mysteries, so check back in tomorrow for the mystery surprise. Until then, I hope you all have a great night. Enjoy Flossmas. I hope you're watching lots of other Flossmas channels. I've been watching a few myself whenever I have some free time. And as always, don't forget to always be creative.